Imagine standing in the middle of a vast, empty desert when, suddenly, a low-pitched hum vibrates beneath your feet. No visible source. No wind. No machines. Just an eerie, resonating sound that seems to come from deep within the earth. This isn't a scene from a science fiction film, it's a documented phenomenon that has puzzled scientists and locals for decades. Across the globe, reports of unexplained natural events, mysterious lights, subterranean sounds, and baffling atmospheric anomalies challenge our understanding of the world. Are these simply misunderstood natural occurrences, or do they hint at forces we have yet to comprehend? One of the most famous cases involves the mysterious Taos hum, a persistent, low-frequency sound heard by residents of Taos, New Mexico. Described as a faint rumble or drone, this sound is perceived by some but not all, adding a bizarre layer to the mystery. Researchers have studied geological activity, electrical grids, and even psychological factors, yet no definitive cause has been found. What's even stranger is that similar hums have been reported in other parts of the world, like the Bristol hum in the UK or the Auckland hum in New Zealand. How can such a phenomenon exist globally yet remain scientifically elusive? Equally captivating are the Marfa lights in Texas. These glowing orbs have been appearing over the desert for more than a century. Witnesses describe them as floating, darting, and sometimes even merging before vanishing without a trace. Despite extensive investigations involving cameras, radar, and even infrared technology, no one has conclusively explained their origin. Some believe they are mirages caused by atmospheric conditions, while others suggest more exotic explanations ranging from plasma formations to extraterrestrial visitors. But the truth remains as elusive as the lights themselves. If lights in the desert aren't mysterious enough, consider the unsettling phenomenon of sky trumpets. Around the world, people have recorded loud, metallic, trumpet-like sounds coming from the sky, sometimes lasting for minutes. These sounds occur in clear skies, over cities, forests, and even oceans, with no aircraft in sight. Theories range from shifting tectonic plates and atmospheric pressure changes to secret military experiments. Yet, none fully explain the phenomenon. What could cause the sky itself to seemingly roar? Let's now descend underground, to the phenomenon known as the hum of Windsor in Ontario, Canada. Residents there have reported a persistent, vibration-like noise for years, strong enough to rattle windows and disturb sleep. After extensive studies, suspicions turned toward industrial activity on nearby Zug Island. However, even with evidence pointing in that direction, the exact mechanism behind the hum remains a mystery. Why can't even modern acoustic science pinpoint its origin with certainty? Moving away from sounds, let's explore a visual enigma, the Hessdalen lights in Norway. Since the early 1980s, locals and scientists have witnessed glowing orbs of light moving through the valley. These lights can hover, accelerate, or split into multiple spheres before disappearing. While some suggest ionized gas or piezoelectric effects from quartz-rich rocks, no hypothesis fully accounts for their consistency and behavior. The Norwegian government has even sponsored long-term observation projects, yet the phenomenon persists, defying explanation. Perhaps one of the strangest atmospheric mysteries is ball lightning. Described as glowing spheres that hover during thunderstorms, ball lightning has been reported for centuries. Witnesses claim it passes through windows, floats over surfaces, and sometimes explodes with a loud bang. Despite countless eyewitness accounts and a few modern laboratory recreations, no scientific consensus exists on how it forms. Could this be a glimpse into unknown plasma physics, or is it something entirely beyond our current scientific framework? Deep within Siberia lies the enigmatic Koka crater. Appearing suddenly in 2013, this massive, perfectly cylindrical hole baffled experts. Initially mistaken for a meteor impact, further research revealed it was formed by an explosive release of underground methane. However, the sheer force needed to blast such a hole into solid permafrost remains under debate. Is this merely a byproduct of climate change, or is there a deeper, undiscovered geological process at play beneath the surface? Not far from this, the Tunguska event of 1908 still raises eyebrows. A massive explosion flattened over 2,000 square kilometers of Siberian forest, yet no impact crater was ever found. The leading theory is that a meteoroid exploded mid-air, but the lack of physical fragments leaves room for doubt. Eyewitnesses reported strange lights, shockwaves, and even magnetic anomalies. More than a century later, it remains one of the greatest unsolved natural explosions in recorded history. Turning to the oceans, the bloop is a sound recorded by hydrophones deep in the Pacific Ocean in 1997. It was so powerful it could be detected over 5,000 kilometers away. Initially suspected to be man-made or mechanical, it was later speculated to be the sound of an enormous, unknown marine creature. Eventually, NOAA attributed it to icequakes caused by massive icebergs fracturing, but not everyone agrees. Could there still be leviathans lurking in the depths? Equally puzzling is the upsweep, a series of underwater sounds that have been recorded since 1991. Unlike the bloop, the upsweep has a seasonal pattern, intensifying in certain months. Despite decades of monitoring, scientists still haven't pinned down its source. Is it geological, biological, or something else entirely? The consistent yet unexplained presence of this sound continues to fuel theories about unknown underwater phenomena. Another auditory enigma is the aurora sounds. Some people claim to hear crackling, whispering, or popping noises when observing the northern or southern lights. Scientists have debated whether the auroras, which occur far above in the ionosphere, could produce audible sounds on the ground. Recent studies suggest that under certain atmospheric conditions, electromagnetic energy might cause sounds at ground level. But this is still highly speculative. Could the sky itself be speaking during these stunning displays? In the deserts of California, the sailing stones of Death Valley have intrigued scientists for decades. Massive rocks seem to move on their own, leaving long trails in the dry lake bed. For years, this was attributed to mysterious forces, but a recent explanation involving thin ice sheets and wind was proposed. Yet, not everyone is convinced. The precision and patterns of the stone movements still raise questions about whether there's more to this phenomenon than meets the eye. Then there's the phenomenon of earthquake lights, strange luminous glows reported before or during seismic activity. Seen as blue flashes, orbs, or streaks of light, these sightings have been documented throughout history. Modern theories suggest piezoelectric effects from stressed rocks releasing energy, but this remains unproven. If earthquakes can produce light, what does that tell us about the deep, hidden forces operating beneath our feet? Another captivating mystery is the morning glory clouds in Australia. These are rare, perfectly cylindrical cloud formations that can stretch for over 1,000 kilometers. They roll across the sky like massive, atmospheric tubes. Pilots and meteorologists remain fascinated by their sudden appearance and the exact conditions required to form them. Despite some meteorological models offering partial explanations, the full mechanics of this breathtaking phenomenon remain uncertain. Ultimately, these unexplained natural phenomena challenge not only our scientific understanding but also our perception of reality itself. Are these merely gaps in our knowledge, waiting to be filled by future discoveries? Or do they hint at deeper truths about our planet, secrets hidden in plain sight? As we stand at the intersection of wonder and uncertainty, one thing becomes clear: the Earth is far more mysterious than we dare to imagine. And perhaps some mysteries are meant to remain unsolved, at least, for now.